There's basically 3 strands to our work, and that is keeping a roof over people's head, helping people to stay safe, and helping people to be heard. One of our main areas is housing, and we do supported housing. We run a triangle tenancy scheme which allows people to rent in the private sector who wouldn't normally be able to do so. We also give housing advice.
21 years old. I came here before 6 months ago from Lebanon to here. It's a program, it's called the Syrian Resettlement Program. So when I first arrived here, there's an office, SRS, Suffolk Refugee Support. They are responsible about the Syrian families. So between them and Anglia Care Trust, ACT, they are helping each other to provide houses, services for the new arrival Syrian families. And I was one from them. So from that, I know Anglia Care Trust. They are providing the houses. They used to furnish the houses, provide all kind of furniture. Also the housing benefit. They are doing the housing benefit and helping the families, paying the bills sometimes, set up the accounts, also do water bills, electricity, gas, all sort of things related to houses. They are doing it. With, of course, the help of SRS. So they are doing basically everything related to houses, as much I know. So first of all, I'm now a member of staff with Suffolk Refugee Support. I've got a job with them. We and my friend in Ipswich Market. We're gonna sell falafel and hummus, and we now apply to the council, and we're waiting the permission from them to open in town. And in the future, of course, I'm looking forward to continue my study, to go to university, and I'm thinking in UEA, University of East Anglia. It's in Norwich, and absolutely pharmacy, a pharmacist, to be a pharmacist like my father, because that was his dream, and I will carry on after him. So that's my plan for the future, basically.
I'm a volunteer for ACT, and I volunteer in the supported housing. I get the good buzz feeling. Yeah, I do thoroughly enjoy helping people. I think they're there giving people that second chance, which no one else will do. So that's what I see ACT is coming from. I do 3 days a week, which I've done from interviewing service users who become residents to getting them to holding down a tenancy and getting them down, getting their paperwork sorted at the council, supporting them to do that, and like sorting the bills out, shopping, budgeting, all sort of daily life things really, as some people just aren't used to doing it. Because like I said, I'm in recovery myself, and coming out of that, being in that addiction, then coming out of that, ACT give people that chance. There's so much stigma that people just don't want to know, and ACT are there to give people that chance to go forward. I've done all sorts of training with ACT. I've done the drug awareness, there's mental health training, there's the boundaries. They put you on any training you want, and you do have to do a lot of that training before you do start the volunteering. So go for it. Yeah, definitely go for it. They learn a lot, and you do feel good from volunteering. So that is good. And you are helping people. You do see that as well, people moving forward. So yeah.
Second areas we call community safety. Projects such as domestic abuse work and some family support work we do. And then the last area, which is helping people to be heard, is advocacy, advice and guidance. We provide money advice and employment advice.
I do appropriate adult for the Anglia Care Trust, plus I go to court and support victims of domestic abuse. After retirement, I did my garden and did a lot of housework and house painting, and suddenly decided that my brain wasn't being used. And I could just feel getting a little bit on the low side. And I looked it up and found out what appropriate adult was, and decided that's what I'd like to do. You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about dealing with people, and you are very much helping people cope and watch their strengths grow. I get a form of, it sounds awful, but self-satisfaction, that I have actually been able to give some of my experience in life, and I can impart some of the way I look at things to other people and listen to them. They feel sometimes very vulnerable, very afraid, very alone within a police station where they've been arrested. And the minute you tell them that you're there for them, you're not part of the legal system, you don't want to hear their case, anything about the case, but you're there to make sure they're okay, that boosts a lot of people, in fact most people. I have had training, very interesting and intensive training in the things I do. People here, they love seeing the volunteers, and you feel the warmth and you feel that you're a necessary part of the organization, which of course you are. It's making people feel wanted and cared for, and a lot of people in this world aren't getting that, and just Anglia Care Trust seems to deliver on all points. And the people are fun. It's just a wonderful, wonderful organization.
To Anglia Care Trust, the team helps me with different things, legal advice, court advice, advice of what I should do when I had a problem, with advice that obviously I had no idea what to do. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have gone down the right route. And also to get the person prosecuted. Although everything's been brilliant, they've helped me so much. I wouldn't have gone to court if it wasn't for the support I had. Now I'm in obviously a lot better place. It's built my confidence up. It's helped me to get on the right road of knowing what to do, what's right, what's acceptable. Also with personal relationships in the future, friends, everything, how to make them.
The majority of our services are outreach, so we change the model around. For example, with money advice, we don't have a bureau like others do where people come to us, we go out to them, and that makes us quite different and quite unique.
I was having some serious problems with finances. In fact, my debts were really, really bad, and I was getting a lot of hassle from the companies, and my depression and anxiety was getting worse. So I came along. I was absolutely frightened to death because I've never tackled my debts before, and it was just impossible to sort of deal with them. Because the debts were too high, we decided, the money advisor and I worked together, decided to go for bankruptcy. And obviously bankruptcy costs a lot of money. They were able to get some funding to help towards the cost of that. Anglia Care Trust helped me file the application for bankruptcy and helped me sustain my tenancy as well, because obviously with my debts being so bad, I was struggling to pay the rent, and now that the bankruptcy has been granted, I can now pay my rent and keep a roof over my head. So that's how the Anglia Care Trust helped me, and now I feel in a much better place. Although my bankruptcy is still till October, I feel a lot better in myself. My depression is obviously still here, but it's more manageable now, and I feel I'm in control of all my, my destiny. Now I feel like I've got some peace of mind, so to speak.
Well, our uniqueness is our range of services, and we can normally help you with whatever your problem is, and if we can't, we will support you to find the person who can help you. You've always come to the right door here, it's just that we may have to walk you to the next door.
It's an appropriate adult, so you'll get called to the police stations for, it could be a juvenile or someone with mental health issues or learning disabilities, and you're basically there to make sure that they're treated fairly and all their rights are upheld, and you just go through the process with them whilst they're there. I wanted to gain some experience to go with my degree because I've just graduated with a degree in criminology and youth studies, so yeah, I wanted to get some experience to go with that. I get called out every single Tuesday, so there is definitely a need for appropriate adults. I, without a doubt, get a call every Tuesday to the police station and I spend my whole evening there. So, yeah, it's definitely needed. Well, I've just got a job here in the housing team now, so as of June, I will be part of the team full-time instead of being a volunteer, so it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.